Okay, so years ago, before I was at a place that I am now with God, I had a dream that there was this demonic figure pushing a big dump bin full of either dead bodies or body parts in an area that I can best describe as the projects. And for some reason, this dream was on a loop. The same exact thing would happen over and over again. I would begin to walk in the same spot at the same time and continue to cross paths with him over and over again. And each time I would be sure not to draw attention to myself because for some reason I could see him clearly, but it seemed as though he didn't even notice that I was there, even when it seemed like he was looking in my direction. So when we crossed paths, he may have just been feet from where I was, but I couldn't stop. I couldn't turn around. I couldn't go in any other direction. So we crossed paths, and as soon as he would pass me, the loop would start again. The dream was more like a nightmare, and although I was within the dream, I was trying to figure out a way to get out of it. So the loop would begin again, and this time I thought I'm going to do something different. And I literally, from the time that the loop started, I kept my eyes on his every move. And when it came up to the part where he was just in front of me, I noticed that he was very angry. And there seemed to be like a scene cut because he literally knocked me out. And when I woke up within the dream, I noticed he was standing over me and I was cuffed to some kind of like large square metal hatch in the ground that sounded like it was very hollow underneath because as I'm trying to wrestle with these cuffs, I can clearly hear this the sound and the echo that the cuffs were making as it was clinging against this metal. And so I didn't know what was down there, but it literally sounded like a never ending void. So I began to pray and call out the name of Jesus to save me from this demon. And when I woke up out of my sleep, I was bawling because I felt that God was trying to show me something that it's not safe trying to stay under the radar, trying not to be seen by the demon. If I wanted something different, I had to do something different. And that was to accept Jesus Christ. And I know a lot of people are afraid to go to higher levels with Christ because there's this crazy notion that a different level, a different devil. Like, how many of us have heard that before? Now, that may be true, but what you don't understand and know is that just like how we used to play those old video games, and the higher the level we would go, the better the upgrades and of the weapons and the armor. So the higher you go with God, the better you are protected. And fear is one of the best weapons of the enemies that has always worked. So he's not going to change his tactics. But it is better to focus on being prepared than to focus on what's to come when you get there. So let us stop doing the same thing and expecting different results once we get out of this safe zone or comfort zone. That's when we'll really begin to see some changes in our lives. Now, I pray that this message reaches those that it was meant for. And as always, stay blessed and see you later.